Live, episode 98. I am your co-host, Pisky, and I'm joined, as always, by the one and only Godfather. What's wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong? No matter what, everyone watching this, as soon as that intro panned to our faces, they could tell something was up. Speak your mind, Godfather.
It's not safe for me to speak my mind in today's society. People stealing from me again. Again!
Here we go. Here we go. 2 episodes away from the break, folks, and The Godfather is hotter than ever. So, right before hitting record on this episode, The Godfather had a melt. Can I tee it up for you? Do you mind if I tee it up for you? Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a meltdown because, again, we're dealing with robbery from some sports books here in Ontario. We'll name names. It is the score bet. I don't know what the hell is going on over there, but I just spent the last 49 minutes trying to calm this man down because I thought he wasn't, like, maybe reading into it properly. There was a game that got rained out last night. Was it rained out? I don't even know. Just postponed.
The fucking tsunami. I don't fucking know. Yeah, postponed.
There's a game that got postponed last night. And
playing baseball games in a different fucking time zone.
And they were still pending this morning when we woke up. It was basically the nightmare of a few episodes ago when we did an episode on these sports books are robbing us. And the whole thing happened again. So I was trying to calm the Godfather down. Okay, what do we do about it? It's still pending. It's not a life-changing amount of money. Like, don't worry about it. But then he brought new evidence to the table. And we actually caught the score bet fucking up something in their system.
Again, it's the same glitch.
It's a glitch.
It's the same it's the same fucking glitch.
I thought you were out of your mind when you were talking about it last
No,
time.
I'm not. I'm never out of my mind. I don't talk unless I'm right.
Oh, okay.
It's just a personal habit of mine.
So,
I'm putting in these plays. I got to take a screenshot of the market before I play the market, then take another screenshot of what I got. And this time, I made sure that the system time was part of the screenshot because the first time with the Mexicans,
yes,
okay, they said, "Oh, well, we don't know where you got that. We don't know where you got that screenshot from. We don't know when it was there." What do you mean? You don't offer baseball 2 days in advance. So if I have my bet receipt, I played it at 5-6 places. Everybody grades it as a voided, push, postponed, canceled, whatever.
Black market gets it right.
Whatever fucking terminology you want to use. No, the score, I go in. That's still pending. How?
Yeah. No.
And then I look, and the play date is different. It's now May 12th. 4 a.m.
Yes, we caught it. He took the screenshots, folks, and we have it here for you. I'm going to bring it up on the screen right now because we actually caught them. There's no way that it could be true.
Losing my mind.
But they don't even know it is what the thing. And we caught them. So here it is. Here it is. This is the Godfather's bet. Okay, look closely. I know I tried my best to zoom it for you guys.
I'm losing my mind for $100.
Wait, that's what I'm saying. It's not life-changing amounts of money. The limits are very small on this shit.
It's life-changing to me.
Here it is. Well, it's principle to you. It's principle.
Yes.
And you're big on principle. I'll give you that. Okay. So there it is. Over 10.5 runs, minus 125. SSG Langers against, I don't even know if I said that right, against the Kia Tigers. Yeah. Big matchup.
Big matchup.
What is this?
Most championships in the Korean League is the
Kia
Tigers.
South Korean baseball.
Yeah.
All right, a measly
Look.
125 to win 100, because I'm assuming that's what your max limit was there.
Yeah. Well,
And
the
bet placed
the
today
Mexican
620.
fiasco.
Yes. And if you look on top of the 125 bet, you'll see May 11th, 2024 at 4 a.m. That's when the game was.
That's what the game was.
Right? So we're recording now on the afternoon of May 11th. So this was at 4 a.m. today. Okay? So the game got rained out or tsunamied or whatever. And this is what the Godfather took a screenshot of next. Boom.
Make
If you can
well.
see, if you can zoom in, if you can look closely at this, folks, if you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, I think you can watch on Spotify these days too. Zoom in, and it's the exact same game, the exact same ticket number. Ticket ID is the exact same. And look at that. They actually changed the play date. The play date is now May 12th at 4 a.m., in which this is what happened to us 2 weeks ago in Mexican baseball.
No, but the Mexican was, at least this time, the Mexican game wasn't canceled. They just, their system applied.
No, but I think the same thing happened, G, because how does this automatically change?
I don't know.
Now, you're right. You're right. You're right that there could be an odd chance that for whatever reason, because it was postponed, it got bumped. Or maybe in their terms and conditions, it says something about they're allowed to bump it. I don't know. But the fact that your bet slip got changed,
Yeah.
that's effed up. That's effed up. How can they do that? How can they do that?
You want to keep it open? Keep it open, but where's my May 11th? Because this opens the opportunity that,
Yes.
oh no. And they tried. I called them and I said, I want a person. I'm not emailing Stugatz. I want a supervisor because now we're going to talk shop.
Wow.
And I went digging.
What's right
Because
is right.
yesterday, when I put the stupid shit in, I said, I'm not getting fucking stolen from a second time. And look what happens when I wake up. Here we are. Here we are.
You have every right. There is something there, and I'm gonna draft up something to put on Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter a lot lately. I've kind of taken a break from that platform. Just too much. I need to focus on
It's just everything's too much, and just
So, but no, I will draft something up and let all the punks on there beef it out, because that makes no sense to me. And again, okay, these, just a reminder to everyone, these are the risks that you take when you play these obscure markets that nobody has a real strong eye on, right? Yes, they might be vulnerable, but you're going to deal with bullshit like this. So at $100 a pop, is it really worth it? Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
No. Let me answer that emphatically. No.
Yeah, but
No.
you have a lot, but you play it at a lot of different places, is what I'm saying.
Doesn't matter. When somebody tries to steal from you, you don't fucking just let it slide.
No, this is a fundamental system error, or this is something wrong with the score bet. That's what this is. You can't change the play date. Doesn't work like that.
If I had known it was like this, I would have had a few extra chicken tender platters that time in that box when they were trying to be Joe Smooth.
Trying to be our best friends.
Trying to be our best friends.
Only to tell us that hey, listen, you got to take down all that score content. That's bullshit though. So I will get to the bottom of it. Stay posted on our.
Yeah,
social.
well, you know what? They've got the screenshots. They better be fixing this. So
you can update everyone, because you did get excited right before the intro came on. What happened?
I'm just gonna let me confirm before I fucking say Stugatz. Boom. Beautiful.
What is it?
Void! The way it's supposed to be.
Okay, that's good. But yeah, the amount of pain and suffering you had to go through to get that push. But I'm telling you, I think the exact same thing happened in the Mexican baseball, because there's no way These places are offering these kind of obscure markets a day in advance with a game that day. There's no way. There's no way.
They have some sort of issue in their system.
Yes.
That if a game is resolved, or like we used to say at the OLG, all the smart kids say graded. If it's graded after midnight,
they missed a win load.
The fucking descriptor error happens.
So explain to all our listeners and viewers what happened at the Lottery Corporation if we forgot to put in a grade before cutoff time.
Yes, or if there was a problem with the actual market that was.
Yeah, you flipped it. You flipped the score or something like that. Oh my goodness!
We have 10 IT people. 9 of them are working on it, and we pay everybody.
What? Why don't you tell everyone what's happening about our IT people at the Lottery Corp? Like, obviously, don't name names.
No.
But that's messed up.
That's messed up too. But we can't.
We're not going into detail. We're not going into detail. But there are multiple people that were working in the server room at the Lottery Corporation.
Let's move on. We don't talk.
And they're not well right now. And I just think that it's a weird coincidence. Is that a thing though? Servers, like, can that, like?
I don't, buddy. I'm still trying to figure out where my $100 went, and you go in a different direction.
We're gonna go into some doctorate shit. Yeah, that's totally what we need to add to our plate.
Well, of course they had to. You know, like I said, you know, and when you call these people up, they're all nicey nice. How are you doing? You know, I hope you're having a great week. No, I'm not having a great week. No.
They don't understand. They don't understand because that's the email I got back from FanDuel, and it made me give up. Honestly, it was such a small amount that I didn't respond, and then I finally did respond because I said, no, let me word this properly and put it in front of them and at least get a push out of it, right? Because they kept my risk. And you know what happened? I got a bounce back email. Like, you know, when you send to the wrong email address? I got a bounce back email that said, "Oh, your case has been closed. Sorry."
Yeah.
Get back on chat if you want to reopen it. So I did because I got a little Godfather in me. Principle, what's right is right. I jumped on chat and it said something like, "You are 16th in line. Do you want to wait? The average wait time is 1 hour and 3 minutes." And I'm like, no. But
dude,
I think I might go back to it. Yeah.
It took me over 2 hours where it was just eating at me slowly, and with every little thing that's happening over here, I'm getting more and more and more violent in my mind. And I'm like, no.
He's really pissed, folks.
No.
He's actually really pissed.
You gotta be kidding me. No. You have a fucked up system. Okay, it's my fault.
Why is it your fault?
It's my fault because I have to play obscure markets. And now, no, you can torture me. The score's not getting a penny. I can't. How can I play there?
Well, that's a tough sell because I know you don't like to lose to anyone. We talk sometimes, I think, as like winning is expected and guaranteed. That's not the case, folks, okay? Like sometimes things get cold. But this is something.
Of course, I understand that, but piss. You know what I mean? You know, when you're dealing with regular everyday variance and results, that can be tough enough. But when shit like this happens, come on.
Yeah. No. It's the aggravating part of the industry that makes it even tougher.
I'm going to call. I don't want to do an email. I don't want to do an email. The last time with the Mexican issue, I got up to 14 emails. Not doing that.
No shit. But again,
so I took a shot to leave my number for a callback, and then I saw the 1855, and I said, God, so now we're going to talk. And they start with the, and this call may be recorded. I don't give a shit if you record it. You record it, and we'll play it back online. Let the people decide who's who what's.
Can I get a copy of that recording?
Okay,
please, because I would love to put that online and show people.
Clearly, they graded my $100 play $100. You got to pull a kidney for $100 in this fucking world?
Sometimes. Again, this is the reason why I tell everyone there's no way that the time and effort that goes into quote unquote professional sports betting. That's what we're talking about today, folks. By the way, I got this list here. I've been playing around with ChatGPT, and I threw in some interesting, questions to it. And it spit out this in regards to professional or successful gambling, and we're going to go through them.
Okay, let's go. I don't want to talk about these assholes anymore.
No, we're not talking anymore. But what I'm saying is that I think if you take the time and energy it takes to be successful in this industry and apply it to another industry, I think you could dominate that industry. Sports betting is beatable, 100% fact. But winning is just the beginning, and shout out to Spanky.
I remember that was a
winning
really good
is
podcast,
just the beginning.
Yeah.
When you start to win, then you got to deal with shit like this, like the Godfather has been dealing with for the last 3 weeks. And now,
come on, man,
doesn't it?
Does
it make you want to keep? Does it make you want to keep going?
No. I'm ready to get the fuck out of Dodge. What are you talking about? Keep going. Keep going for what? Chasing a hundo?
He keeps sending me.
I'm an old man.
Flight information to Greece. He wants to go to Greece, folks. So stay tuned for that. That would be
shit.
Good
Are you
content.
kidding me for a fucking hundo?
Let's move on.
Now that they graded like if you and you want to shit on the OLG? You want to shit on the OLG? At least me and you, or me and anybody, can grade a postponed game.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing with the Lottery Corporation is you have people in the higher-ups that think their shit don't stink. They think they're smarter than everyone. And you can back me on this. The higher you go up that ladder, you're not dealing with more and more intelligence.
Let's go.
I know I'm right. Okay, I want to talk to you.
The score knows I'm right.
I want to show you. Last night, I went to a Toastmasters contest.
You still sticking with that cult business, huh?
Yeah. Dude, I stick out like a sore thumb in that environment. I really feel like I don't, because like I'm not an asshole about it or anything like that. But where all these people are coming from, like how many quote unquote sports bettors, if you want to call me that, how many sports bettors have been to contests like this?
Toastmasters? I'm gonna say you're the originator.
How many sports bettors, if you want to call me that, how many sports bettors have signed up to public speaking, got involved with public speaking? Sports bettors. We've met a lot of great people in the industry. We have. And a lot of those great people we see in August every year.
A couple smart people too.
There's no denying that these people are very smart. A lot smarter than myself. There's no denying that. But in terms of personality and in terms of public speaking, few and far between. There are some good ones, though. There are some really good ones. Spanky does a great job at Bet Bash. I remember a lot of the panels and stuff. There are a lot of great speakers on the panel. So there are. I'm not saying there. But for the most part, the majority... Yeah, I think I'm going down a path very, less traveled? Is that how you say it? Very less traveled? I don't know. For someone coming from this industry. But like I said, I want to be more than just a one-trick pony.
Well, so that's just it. So good for you for sticking out. I mean, are you must be the youngest person there.
No.
There's younger people than you?
I mean, no. Let me correct. Last night at the contest, it was a very older demographic. But I'm not a spring chicken.
No, you're not.
I'm not. I'm really not. So I don't think I'm the youngest. I'd say probably in the middle. But yeah, for the most part, everyone is a little. It seems like it's a little bit older. I don't know. I'm not going around asking people's ages and stuff. I just try to blend in as best I can. So I want to show you the picture that we took last night after the event. Oh, isn't that nice? Look at that.
Blazered up.
Yeah. They told me about 2 hours before game time that the dress code was
business cash.
Business cash. So yeah, I got out the Johnny Blaze and
Very good.
just good looking group, right? Our guy Scott in the middle at the back, in kind of like the middle of it all. He was the guy that was participating in the contest. He finished third, which he deserved better. Shout out to Scott. He really deserved better. I don't know what the hell they were judging. One guy like totally botched his conclusion, and he ended up winning. So I don't know how they do these things. Like you would, Godfather.
I would have started a beat. Right.
Yeah, you would have went nuts. You would have nuts. Okay, so there's a nice picture, everyone. Then they say. Yeah. Okay, let's do something silly. Let's be silly. So we get the silliness going. Everyone's having a good time. All good. And if you zoom in closely, so I'm still on the end there. If you zoom in a little bit more, you see this. You recognize anything there, Godfather? Look closely. My underwear is showing. The brand of my underwear are in the Toastmasters picture.
Can't take you anywhere, man.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
You ruined it for those people.
Is that hilarious or what? That's it. So now, Saks Underwear. If Saks Underwear doesn't make me a brand ambassador, I have failed at social media, and I think I should quit. A Saks product placement in a Toastmasters picture. I don't think you can beat that. I really don't. So stay tuned on my Instagram. That's going up there, and I'm tagging Saks in it because you try Saks. You like Saks?
Okay. First of all, this is a podcast. Always betting. I'll go in any direction. But you're gonna start talking about underwear? First of all, you and your Saks.
They have.
No, I don't want to know about your man's sack and this and that, okay?
They have support. I'm telling you, try them. It's life-changing.
No.
And I really should be plugging them until they pay us.
Fruit of the Loom.
Fruit of the Loom.
Fruit of the Loom.
You're one of those baby blue Fruit of the Loom guys, aren't you? You have a uniform color?
Black and gray.
Black and gray Fruit of the Loom. Like the Tidy Whities?
No!
No
Boxers, yeah, tidy whities.
Jesus. Okay, well,
Christ, the shit that you make me talk about. Let's go.
For the 14 people that still watch this podcast, they've definitely left now.
By the time we get to 100, we're going to be under 10.
Yeah, so two left to 100, by the way, folks. Thank you for sticking with us all this whole time. Yeah. There was actually a comment.
All 14 of you.
There was 14, 9 of which are our family. There was someone on YouTube that made a comment that said, I love the podcast, love what you guys are doing. I love how relatable you are and just telling it how it is. I'm starting from episode 1. And that made me legit gasp. Like, there's a lot of content out there. There's a lot of hours of this shit. A lot of it was off camera. But, I mean, am I boring you?
No, dude, man.
What was that?
I yawned. I'm sorry because I pent up frustration and fire, and then I end up being right. Sorry, I didn't have an espresso before. You made me wait.
I lost my train of thought. Now I have no idea what I was talking about. What was I talking about?
I love the podcast. I started from episode 1.
That's a big commitment. Thank you. That's a big commitment. I tried to do it last summer in Greece because I said I'm going to go through each and every single one of our podcast episodes.
And make notes?
Yes. Extract all the data. I got to episode 4. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do it. Like, dude, out of the gate, like, okay, for everyone watching, listening, if you start something, I encourage starting something. Look at me at Toastmasters, showing my underwear to people, to complete strangers. If you start something, you're going to suck out of the gate. That's just the way the thing goes. There's no way you were going to be a superstar. There's no way I could have got up in front of that crowd last night and knocked a speech out of the park. Not happening. Too nervous, too unprepared, everything. So whatever you're starting out at, you're going to stink for a while. And we stunk at the beginning of this podcast. Like, maybe I was nervous as hell. I remember that. Being in Costa Rica with the full dog, we've never done this before. We're sitting in a room together, staring at each other, trying to come up with these things. I got notes, but I don't really got notes, and ums and ands and buts, and oh my goodness, painful. But the thing is, start, because we wouldn't be here approaching episode 100. 100.
Yeah.
Shout out to Black Bull Pete. He said, I haven't watched one episode, but number 100 I'm going to watch. So we're getting, people are jumping on. But that's the thing. You got to start somewhere and just do it. And you have no idea what's going to come out of it. And okay, are we a top 10 podcast in the world right now? Of course not. But we're doing it. We've gotten better. I'm a hell of a lot more comfortable now talking to the Godfather than I was at the beginning. Anyways, I don't know where I was going with this again. I'm going to start making you start yawn again. That was so rude.
No, what? I'm sorry. Whatever. Come on.
Okay, so that has it for Toastmasters. I really wanted to share my interesting picture with all of you. Okay, so the meat of this podcast episode is I was playing with ChatGPT and I threw in, what does it take to be a professional gambler? And it spit out a list of 10 things that I thought it would be pretty cool if the Godfather and I went through them and talked about them a little bit, maybe shared some examples.
Those exact words?
What?
Professional gambler?
Yeah, professional gambler. I didn't go professional sports bettor. I went professional gambler just to see like what would come back. And it spit out something that I think was pretty good. But we'll go through the 10 points.
God.
Yeah, 10 points. And we'll we'll tell stories and we'll see if we agree with them. Yes or no. Okay?
All right.
Little exercise. Okay. Number 1. And look at this. I have them all here set up for us so everyone knows what the hell we're talking about. Give me a sec. Boom. Number 1. Discipline. So ChatGPT says, successful professional gamblers are disciplined in their approach. They have a well-defined strategy and stick to it, avoiding impulse decisions or emotional reactions to losses. Godfather, can you be emotional when you're sports betting? We're gonna talk about sports betting. Obviously, that's what we've done for a very long time. Does it pay to be emotional?
No, it doesn't pay. But if you're genetically predisposed to be emotional for the slightest thing, it's pretty tough. It's a tough situation.
Discipline is everything. You don't have discipline.
Yeah.
And that's why, I've been working on some guides, help people out, let people know like how I do arbitrage and middling. And I know I've been saying this forever, but hey, guys, sorry, life as an entrepreneur trying to do a million different things at once. It takes time, a lot of time. Am I overthinking it? Probably. Am I trying to make it perfect? Probably. It'll be out sooner than later, trust me. But discipline is everything. And that's why I'm not entirely scared of like sharing some things like that. Like the arbitrage and middling thing, anyone can do it. But it takes severe discipline because Godfather, you've seen our sheets. When we go when the middling goes 0-62, it takes a special human being to stick with it through shits runs like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It takes a special human being or somebody with a death wish that it's tough. I've seen. You have to
stick with something that you have proof of working through thick and thin, and you got to stick with it. And you can even talk about this a little bit, Godfather. because I noticed that you do it, that you have probably problems sticking to it. When you have a bad props week, what happens?
I don't want to fucking play them anymore.
Exactly.
Plain and simple.
Yes, which is not the way to do it. You have to stick with it. Now, people get scared. Sometimes, you got to make sure that you're on the right path.
But that's just it.
So, someone, again, I've mentioned on previous podcasts, someone like the Full Dog, ice water in his veins. This guy sticks with it through thick and thin. Like, I've never seen a human being like this. Like, he does not give a shit. Boom, straight through. Right? And some of the other people, we can talk about this stuff because we know a lot of these professional gamblers. Like the Godfather and I, just recreational. We do this shit for fun.
Well,
right?
There you go.
You guys saw it. 125 to win 100. Ain't no one.
Not. I have not portrayed myself as anything other than.
But we hang out with a lot of professionals,
Whatever.
and we know a lot of professionals, and I
possibly
been around them long enough, so we can go through
absolutely.
this list. So, discipline. Do you agree? Very important.
Very important.
Okay. Jing.
Very important.
ChatGPT, you got the first one right. Second one, risk management. Professional gamblers are skilled at managing their risk. They understand the concept of bankroll management, knowing how much to bet on each wager to minimize the risk of significant financial loss. 100%.
Yeah.
There's no denying it.
That's gold star material. Risk.
So, just to give you a quick example on this one. Godfather, when we get intel on, let's say, an NBA game. NBA, obviously, you can basically bet an unlimited amount, right? You max bet that account in all your betting accounts. How much you getting down?
Yeah, a couple of dimes easy.
More than that.
Yeah.
Ain't no one limiting you to peanuts on an NBA game.
No.
First half, second half. Okay, maybe the halves are a little bit limited, but for the most part, not at all. But does it make sense? Does it make sense? This is a rhetorical question. Does it make sense to bet an NBA game for $25,000 when you're betting Japanese baseball? You also have an edge on for 125 to win 100. That's risk management. Right? You got to keep everything somewhat in the same kind of category.
In the same zone. Hey, you go take these Babe Ruth swings out of 25K. That's a lot of Korean baseball that you got to make up, brother.
Exactly. So you can get yourself in trouble to that. Like
you sink yourself, not trouble. You sink yourself.
If you know you're gonna win, I guess there is something there where you're like, okay, volume. But what happens if you go on a shit streak playing 25K a pop on NBA because you can get down on it, and everything else isn't keeping up? You know what I mean? Because you're not betting the other shit big enough.
No. I mean, you screw up number 2, you can kiss the emotional status out of number 1 goodbye too, because
there you go. Okay, so risk management
interconnected.
Good job, ChatGPT. Number 3, analytical skills. Being able to analyze odds, game dynamics, and patterns is crucial. Professional gamblers often have strong analytical skills to make informed decisions. How would we compare this one? That's basically, I think, being able to read the odds of a game, how odds move.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you're a handicapper, I guess you can dig deep into, like, statistics and team trends and all that shit. That's not how I've been known to do it. It's basically, I would say I know how to read a line. I know how to read where the market's going. That, I think, would be the analytical skills. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, I mean, like, this one's okay. But I would say risk management, to my opinion, is just as important, if not more.
I think they're all important. But another thing that I've mentioned quite a bit in the content that I've done is it's just as I'm a big, I guess, advocate for you don't need to watch sports to make money on sports.
You've made that clear.
On betting on sports, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's more important to know how betting works, how odds work, than it does the sport itself.
Yeah,
I'm willing to go to the grave.
I'll give you that.
You don't need to know sports to be good at sports betting. You need to know betting. And there's a big difference there.
Big difference.
And I think that's what goes into the analytical skills.
Yeah, I would agree.
Boom. Okay, 3 for 3, ChatGPT. Next one, emotional control, Godfather. You know anything about this?
Nothing.
Emotional control. It's essential to keep emotions in check, especially during losing streaks, which happen. Sometimes you lose. Is losing happening in sports betting, Godfather, even when you do it at a high level that you expect to win in the long run? Do losing streaks happen? Yes or no?
Absolutely. Losing happens. They doesn't have to, you don't even have to discuss it in terms of a streak. Losing's going to happen. Right? We've hit a plus 400 and we've lost on a minus 400. Losing's going to happen.
Of course. Professional gamblers are adept at maintaining emotional control, avoiding tilt or frustration that can negatively impact decision making.
That's why I'm recreational. You hang out with the smart people. I'm out on number 4. No check mark from me.
So working together for the last couple of years and watching how it operates, how it all works, would you say you've learned a lot about emotional control? Like, you still freak out at games, don't get me wrong. That's just who you are. That'll never change.
Correct.
But if you didn't have me on your Telegram and you were doing this solo, do you think you'd be able to keep it together as much as you have?
Probably not. No. I mean, obviously no. But I've learned. I've learned it's not every bet. It's,
Yeah, no, of course.
2 or 3 out of 10.
Bad beats get people tilters.
Yeah.
FUCK.
Yeah.
You have to. You have to be able to keep it. You have to be a robot. How many robot emojis do I send you?
Way too many. I don't fucking like them. Okay. But anyway, I think number 4 we can use this emotional control, and use your childhood friend Bulldog as a great example, because his mood does not change. No matter what. I've seen him, I've seen 15 bets not work. And he's shooting 16 through 25. Coming right up, baby. So, I mean, in that respect, if you're going to do this serious, you have to have this number 4, pardon the pun, under control. Absolutely.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
You do. So at a high level, there's no reacting to a bad beat and then doubling down in the next game.
Oh, okay? Don't do that. No.
So what we're talking, who we're talking to with this list is someone that has just started with sports betting. Like, I want to do this. I want to do this.
This is ground level. I get it. Yeah.
I want to do this for a living. And these are the things that you need under control. Like, if you don't have any of these top 4 that we've talked about, you're not going to make it. I'm here to tell you, you're not. There is no way. So
get into something else. I will agree.
Exactly. If you cannot handle, you got to. This is another, I guess, quote that was in one of Spanky's podcasts. You got to learn how to lose.
Yeah.
Because losing happens.
Yeah, 100%. But
you got to be able to control yourself when it loses. You got to know that the sun rises the next day. That, yes, that was a bad beat. What was the rebound one? Few months ago?
Oh, please. Oh, my God. Why do you got to bring that up?
Right. A rebound for the...
A rebound with 0.1 on a review to end the game. And, emotional control is a little hard at that point. But
as a rookie, if that happens to you as a rookie, and that's a 7:00 game, what do you think is happening to that rookie better, for the 10:30 Laker game, 10 o'clock Laker game, whatever.
You don't do
Doubling
that.
down.
Yeah.
I got to go after it. Getting away from your strategy.
Making it personal. You don't
Making
make
it back.
personal.
Yeah.
You don't.
Because I just got robbed. And not real robbed, like we were robbed. Or the
Yeah.
Godfather was robbed, and I was robbed. FanDuel, just the score. Like, this is
Ridiculous.
out of your control, robbed. Bad beats
Yes.
happen. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving along. Way to go, ChatGPT. 4 for 4. Patience. Patience is a big one. Success in gambling often requires patience. Professional gamblers understand that the odds will eventually play out in their favor if they stick to their strategy over the long term. For sure.
Well, theoretically, yes, but again, what do you base the strategy on? Do you have data? Because some people, you talk to some people, their strategy can be their cat jumps on the balloon a certain way, and they'll tell you that that's a strategy, right? We know that's bullshit.
Well, that's
right.
It could work in the short term. Flipping a coin could work in the short term. You could go on a 10-0 heater on heads versus tails. But if you're expecting to be wealthy, rich, whatever, if your goal is to make
successful, nobody's trying to
successful. If your goal is to be successful in sports betting, be part of the 1% that wins. If that's your goal, it's a long game. It is not a sprint.
Yeah. So
ain't nobody making you could hit a parlay, sure, that's possible. But in the long run, you play that way, where you're constantly just making parlays every night, you're not winning. No chance.
No chance.
Not happening.
Not happening.
There you go.
Patience.
Number 6. I got a good story for this one. Adaptability. The gambling landscape is constantly changing. Successful gamblers are adaptable and can adjust their strategies based on evolving conditions, whether it's changes in the market, rules of the game, or other factors. Adaptability. Here's my story about adaptability. I lived in Las Vegas in 2022. Right?
I knew this was coming up.
The Full Dog lived in Las Vegas doing the same thing. We're going after the sports books out there. He did it in 2018. He was the first one to do it. In 2018, the NBA made a little rule change. Instead of getting a new shot clock, 24 seconds, when you got an offensive rebound, they chopped it to
14.
Was it 14? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know the exact number. I wasn't sure 15 or 14. 14! We expected that to change things, right? Obviously, more possessions usually means more points scored. Yeah. So our models, our algorithms that we had that were successful in the past, we made some adjustment. We thought maybe 5 points, 3, 4, 5 points, something like that. No. There was, don't quote me on this, I think it was 20-point increase in scoring.
Wow.
In total points, like, for the entire game.
Yeah.
But again, don't quote me on that. It was something.
Let's just call it a significant number.
Significant number. So, obviously, that did not work out too well for us. The Full Dog is in Las Vegas. He's alone. And we aren't winning. And we didn't expect it to work like this. I was in Toronto at the time. I was still working at the Lottery Corporation. I was taking flights into Las Vegas as much as I could because, like, it's not fun when you lose, obviously.
No.
Tilt. People, what do you do? What do you do?
Not just me.
We set this up. We got expenses to pay for being in the desert. What do we do? So, thankfully, we made some adjustments, and I think at the end of the year, we were able to break about even for the 2018-2019 season, I guess, which was great. A lot of time and energy, a lot of time and effort that goes into this thing if you want to make it work. And to do all of that for a break-even season?
That sucks.
Not fun. Not fun. So, adaptability. You have to be able to adapt because shit like this will pop up, a rule change or something that will throw everything off. And again, results of the past aren't guaranteed to be results in the present.
Correct.
That's another thing. So you
So-
got to be able to adapt on the fly, and that is something that throughout my sports betting career, it's popped up a few times, and it gets damn scary because you're like, this has worked forever. Why isn't it working now? So you got to be able to
So
adapt on the fly.
what did you guys alter?
I think what we did is we relied heavily on the big boys, the Pinnacles and the Chris's and stuff like that. So when their numbers aren't the true number, that was big problems for us.
Oh,
So
for sure. Yeah.
I think as time went on, everyone was able to adjust. We were able to adjust our data because you don't have data with this new rule.
Correct.
So we were able to adjust our data. The sharp sports books caught up, and then the second half of the season,
and then
things
your
started making
model,
sense again.
yeah, gotcha.
Bingo. Yes.
Cool.
Okay. Number 7, bankroll management. This is pretty obvious, I hope, for everyone that is aspiring to do this shit. Professional gamblers are meticulous about managing their bankroll. They set aside a specific amount of money for gambling, separate from their everyday finances, and avoid the temptation to exceed those limits. 100%.
100%.
Because I don't recommend anyone, don't ever go all in on sports betting. If you have a bankroll, if you've built yourself a little nest egg,
yeah,
call it
yeah.
$1 million. You don't put $1 million all into sports betting. Go and do different things.
Correct. Yeah.
Diversify. Not all in on sports betting. Because, again, adaptability. What happens if something changes? A pandemic happens. There's no fans in the crowd. All of a sudden, nothing's making sense. People are scoring left, right, and center. I don't know. Anything could happen. Yeah. You don't want to be all in. You need to put some into sports betting, make it work for you, add a bit here, take a little bit out here and there. Mm-hmm. Bankroll management, crucial.
Crucial. Yeah, that's another good one. It's a very good list that you came across.
This is pretty much as good as it gets. So
I can see why you wanted to go over it.
Another thing with bankroll management, very important. When you get hot, because you will go on hot streaks, don't increase your bets too fast.
No.
Stay at even keel, bump a little bit, because after a hot streak, a shit streak is on its way at some point. So you got to be able to sustain that shit streak before upping your limit. Now, I definitely encourage you to up them, but if you're betting a dime a game, don't turn around. You're on a hot streak. All of a sudden, that dime turns into 2,500. You're out of your mind. Don't do that.
Right? No, you got to keep the your unit
small
size.
Small increments.
Small. I agree with that. Small.
And don't be afraid to go backwards. Right?
Absolutely
If you raise a little bit and things aren't working and you're noticing you just don't, you need ammo. Remember Godfather? We always do that analogy. You need lots of ammo. So it's better to have too much ammo than not enough ammo.
I think so. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
There you go. Okay, next. Knowledgeable. I don't even know what this one's about. A deep understanding of the games they play is crucial. Okay, so they're speaking of professional gamblers. A deep understanding of the games they play is crucial. Whether it's poker, sports betting, or another form of gambling, professionals stay informed about the latest trends, strategies, and developments in their chosen area. I think this is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think so. It's probably not. I mean, of course, you need to be knowledgeable.
Yeah. If you're sitting down to play blackjack, you need to know what the table rules are.
Correct.
Same with poker. And that's the reason why I don't play any table games, because I don't know the rules.
Because you're not knowledgeable.
I don't know the strategies. I'm not knowledgeable. The only gambling I'm knowledgeable in is sports betting.
There you go. Stick with what you know.
Maybe crypto a little bit, because I consider crypto gambling. But yeah, you got to know what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Right? And this, I think, goes back to, what was it, analytical skills, number 3?
Yeah.
You got to know gambling. You got to know how sports betting works. The advantage I have for being able to turn a profit in sports betting over my lifetime, I owe that all to working in a sports book. because I understand how gambling works on sports.
And by knowledgeable, we're not, we're not talking about fandom, right? We're not talking about, I know the Leafs inside out.
No.
It's not that.
No, it's not at all. Look, Godfather, share with the people. How much do I know about sports?
Nothing. Very little.
Especially fantasy baseball. Fantasy baseball is bullshit. I'm going to tell you that right now, okay? That's one thing that you should eliminate from your life if you're getting involved with this stuff.
Unless you're winning and you put it on the front page news. But anyway, yes, there's still time for that. I don't want to talk about it.
Knowledge about the game you're playing, not necessarily the sports. I guess
not
that
the
helps.
Sport, the game.
The game.
The game.
How exactly
not
parlays
practice.
Work.
Not practice.
How exactly parlays work. Be able to because parlays generally the way rookies do them are big time minus EV. Okay, I don't want to get too technical here.
Let's not.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. But you can make a parlay work for you. Let's say there's a site that offers this bonus of these inflated parlay odds or something. That's what number 8 means in knowledgeable. Know that, hey, these guys are making a mistake. When we went after the Lottery Corporation, I know Godfather loves this. They were making a mistake. Know the technicality of gambling, not necessarily the sport.
Yeah, correct.
There you go.
I am in accordance.
Yes. Number 9, networking. Very important and underrated one. Professional gamblers often network with other successful gamblers to share insights, strategies, and information. Building a network can provide valuable support and enhance their overall knowledge. I cannot recommend this one enough.
Yeah.
Bet Bash, ladies and gentlemen. August, Las Vegas. Pisky and the Godfather will be there in person. Godfather thinks it's a joke. He thinks there's actually only 14 people that watch us on a weekly basis.
Well,
there's not,
I don't know.
And a lot of them go to Bet Bash, and a lot of them are excited to meet you, Godfather.
But I don't understand that. How's that possible?
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway,
It doesn't make
whatever.
any sense.
Somebody comes up and says hello. No problem. As long as
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. But networking in this industry is huge. Don't sleep on networking because you can align yourself. You don't need to know everything. Okay? You don't need you actually don't need to know anything. Be reliable.
Yeah.
Be responsible.
Yeah. These are life traits because this networking works. You're starting your own business. You network with like-minded people, like business people, and all of a sudden now you've got this network. Opportunities come to you.
Yeah.
The opportunities fall into your lap, and you can. I've seen lots of opportunities fall in your lap.
Social media has done that for me.
Vis-a-vis
social networking.
Networking, business networking, social networking. It all helps. 100%.
100%. And you have no idea. You think you know what you know and you know how you can help people. No, you don't know. You don't know. The most random thing could come up. The most random contact could reach out to you. It happens to me via DMs every week. I was going to say every day, maybe not every day, but at least once a week, someone reaches out with a new opportunity just from networking because I'm out there putting myself out there on social media. Social networking. Don't sleep on it. Honestly, and especially at a place like Bet Bash, there are so many goddamn smart people.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is be nice. Introduce yourself.
Well, that's just it,
Talk. Figure out what you could bring to the table for whatever, whether it be a betting syndicate, whether it be a solo bettor, whether it be a betting company, whether it be someone on the other side of the counter. Who knows?
Well, without question.
Maybe Jeffrey Benson will hire you at Circa to do something on their end. You never know. Networking is so huge in this game.
Bet Bash is a source of information, and it is a networking activity. It's an event of networking.
Yep. It's a lot of fun. Be there. Last one, financial stability. Professional gamblers understand the financial volatility associated with their profession. Those who are successful ensure that they have a stable financial base, emergency funds, and a plan for the future. Bingo. I think this ties into bankroll management. I think this ties into risk management.
Sure.
You need you diversify. I just said it. I'll say it again. Diversify. Do not go all in on this game. It's not worth it. There's other ways to make money. But
Yeah.
and don't overextend yourself. Ammo. We got to get some T-shirts made or something, Godfather. and yeah, you can make sports betting an income stream, but just don't rely completely on sports betting, because variance happens. The smartest gamblers in the world go on shit streaks. It happens. So make sure you set up other streams of revenue. That is doing it properly. And if you do all these things, these 10 things that ChatGPT listed for us, you will be on your way. Fair to say?
Good list. That's a pretty good list.
A little bit different that we did it this way. I don't think we've ever done an episode like this. And the fact that you're yawning and you look like you're going to pass out makes me think that maybe this
I yawned once,
just
Jizzle
like
Cristo. Shut up.
I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your eyes.
Well, okay. I had a stressful day.
For real though, do you think this summarized basically
Yes.
everything with the people that we know, the people that we work with, the people we've worked with in the past, some of the
Yes.
people we work with today? I think this outlines it so goddamn well. So I hope you all
Absolutely.
enjoyed
It was actually kudos to you. You came up with something good for a change. Very good.
I mean, we'll try something different, and we'll see how this goes. And this is something that's been in my mind for maybe future episodes after the big hundo, is to do smaller episodes of stuff like this, where we can sit here and talk about, the meat of things. And okay, maybe it's not as entertaining as watching the Godfather and I butt heads and go toe to toe against each other, but I don't know. I feel like perhaps there are people out there that could take something away from everything we just went through.
Well, again, we've kind of said right from the beginning of this adventure, odyssey, challenge, that we're just, if we can provide some information for those people who are just starting out. It's just starting out. We're not.
Yeah, that's
right?
what it is.
You know what I mean? So, if you're a first timer and you go get yourself you go to a Korean barbecue place and the guy's talking about the Kia Tigers, I just want you to know, don't watch where you play, because the score will fuck you. That's all. It's just a public service announcement.
We're gonna look into this. But yes, you hit the nail on the head. If you're an extraordinarily sharp bettor, I don't know if there's too much the Godfather and I are going to be able to teach you. We've been in the game a very long time on both sides of the counter. But if you're new to this, in this industry that has kind of exploded, that has come out of the shadows, right? The sketchy back alleys. This industry is front and center now. So there are a lot of people new that are getting into the game. And I feel if we go through something like this and we say, yes, this is relatable. Yes, we've been through all this. Yes, this counts for something.
Do you have a link to that? Like, is there a link?
I'll do some content around it.
You should throw it up.
I'll put it into TikToks, maybe not like 10 at once.
Because there are some people that actually...
People have attention spans these days, like about that big. But yeah,
but there are some people that listen to you, and that's a good...
No, well, we're here to help people out.
Yeah,
right.
100%.
And again, I think it was mentioned in episode 1. The Full Dog said it. I don't think the Godfather or I, or the Full Dog, or anyone that comes on this podcast, I don't think they can take someone with terrible habits, degenerate style, and turn them into a winner. No. There's too many things like wrong there. But if you're right on the cusp, of being a winning sports bettor, which is extraordinarily difficult, right? It is legit 1%. 1% of gamblers can turn a profit. If you're right on the cusp and you're right there and you're very close to becoming a long-term winner, we can probably help you out by just talking about our experience, by telling you things that you should keep an eye on. We can, if you're someone new, chances are, again, if you're a losing bettor, I probably can't turn you into a winning bettor. But what I can probably do is help you lose less.
But that's just it. It's a process, right?
Yes. It's a process. It's not an overnight sensation. It's not, hey, buy my picks, you're going to change your life.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
That is bullshit. That is
the
bullshit.
industry is inundated with those people already, and just the way it is. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, that's it. Let's wrap this bad boy up. 2 more left to go. I think next week, folks, we might have a guest. I'm working on a guest for next week, and then the 100 is going to be a celebration episode. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you all enjoyed The Godfather losing his shit at the score again. And be careful if you're playing there.
Be careful.
Right. Be careful. Absolutely. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Have a good one, everyone. Week. Happy Mother's Day to all the great mothers out there, eh?
Send your mom Uber Eats McDonald's. Word to the wise. That is such a sharp play every Mother's Day. Uber Eats McDonald's. You can do it from anywhere in the world. You're welcome.
Pathetic. Terrible.
Ciao.
Ciao.